farming. Good morning and welcome back to American Beef Ranch. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Please, if you haven't already, you should subscribe to the channel. You should like and share and comment and all those wonderful things. Today we've got field work. We've got to pick up junk. We've got to fix fence. We've got to move cows. I've already got water going this morning, and what I'm doing right now is I'm going to finish this half of this little pivot that I didn't finish yesterday. If you didn't see that video, go check it out. Once this half of this is done, I'm going to go get the cows because they're out and I need to put them up or move them to a new spot. And I'll probably fix the fence at that point, and then we'll get back. We'll finish this half. We've got some other posts to pick up and clean up, and then we will work on disking up our lease farm also. So we have plenty of work to do. Come along for the ride. It's gonna be a good time. So we finally got the GPS and the auto steer to work. I also noticed that on this pivot in this field, the end gun is spraying, but it's not moving. So I'll have to work on that too. But like I said, we are in a Case 380 CVT half track with fatties on. This is a cousin's tractor, and I am renting it from them so that we can use our Krause $49.95 36-foot disc to begin getting the ground ready. We have a couple other pieces of equipment we're going to run across it just to get it prepped. Hopefully we're going to be able to get a rock picker from somebody, because we got a lot of rocks that we need to pick, and a lot of big rocks that I can't pick up. I don't think there's some that I literally can't pick up. It's going to be interesting, but it's been working pretty good. We do have a leak on the disc in one of the lift cylinders and one of the fold cylinders, and so we're losing a little bit of hydraulic oil, and so I had to replace some this morning. You guys saw that. We'll probably have to put some more in it today, I would imagine, just because of where we're at. So the goal of today is to take the mustard and the other weeds and basically just begin to break them up. They don't look very broken up, but they are actually quite broken up. And in doing so, we'll be able to run the water across it, and actually watering and stuff like this, just like if you get hay rained on, it makes it more brittle and makes it dry out. So that's why the water's on. We're gonna water everything down. Only put about 1/3 of an inch on, and that'll just allow that weed to start breaking down. Then we'll run another piece of equipment across it, rip the ground a little bit deeper, make sure there's no hard pan in here from the disc, and then we'll have a finisher come over it one more time. So it should be pretty well worked down by the time we get done. Another thing I was going to say, the nice part about having the auto steer working is I'm able to use all 36 feet of this disc. I'm not overlapping a whole bunch because I don't want to miss a piece, human error wise anyway. So that is a nice part about having the auto steer working. So it is kind of important and nice to have, at least. But I still do find myself manually driving, especially the edges and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't have any boundaries or anything set up, so can't really do all the things, but it's much nicer than it could be. So I am making the end-row pass here now on this half, and I am done with this half. And then I'm gonna grab the pickup. We're gonna go try to get that end gun fixed, because it's to the spot where the end gun's needed, so I might as well go try to fix it now while I'm thinking about it. Now this is something I hate doing. I gotta run in there while it's watering. I gotta crawl up there, and then I gotta crawl out on that boom and try to mess with that gun. Not very fun. But we're gonna do it anyway. Yep, not very fun. My feet are slippery. Ugh. Okay. Alright, so the end gun is broken. And I had this happen a lot on these birds, but luckily, I believe they have like a 2-year warranty, and so if this part breaks, you just get it replaced. I think I may have an extra one somewhere, but also I may just like replace it. But right now what I'm gonna do is I can push the stops together to at least get it shooting more straight out, so I know where the water's gonna go. So I'm gonna go grab some pliers so I can do that. All right, it's gonna be floppy and go back and forth between straight and almost straight. I can't really keep it 100% straight, but it's a lot closer than it was. And now we're gonna go get cows in. Are you chasing cows out of your freshly cut hay? Yes. Yes, I am. Go on. Gosh, it smells good out here. Hip, hip. Hey, cows, come on. You know, I was letting them free range and I knew better. I knew they would end up over here, but I just let them do their thing. Hop, 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 hop. Hey, little baby. It's the next day, and what I'm doing now is there's a whole bunch of these fiberglass posts that I need to pick up. Problem number 1 is they're fiberglass. Problem number 2, they're stuck in the ground's dry. Problem number 3 is some of them are still attached to the post, and they're gonna be really fun to get out. We have a lot of work to do. We better get to it. We have unloaded a first load of posts and junk out of that field, and I have decided that using the pickup is kind of dumb. Make sure I didn't drop the backhoe cylinder. And I have now, if you haven't seen the video, I had to take this hydraulic cylinder off the backhoe, this one right here, and it absolutely covered me in oil. Anyway, I have that cylinder back and it's repaired, so I'm gonna go install it back on the backhoe so that way I can use the back. I could use the backhoe right now, but I'm gonna need, that's for the back, the excavator bucket. I'm gonna need that anyway, and so I'm gonna go put this backhoe together, and that way I'll just be done with it. I can jump in the backhoe, I can go pick up all this stuff, push wire, do things that I need to do anyway, instead of screwing around with the pickup. Because in the pickup it's really hard because I have to load everything and then I have to unload everything, so it's like double the work, where I have to get out of the backhoe and it's a little bit more work to get in and out of the backhoe, but at the end of the day it's a lot less because when I'm done I just dump it out. So I'm gonna get this backhoe spun around and set up, and we're gonna get to working on this cylinder. backhoe cylinder is now in, and we are ready to go. It looks good. Looks like it's not going to leak. Seals in place. Everything's back where it should be. All the shims are in. Everything. The only thing I got to do is bolt on this little hose holder right over here. This nasty little thing. And we are good to go. So now we actually get to some of the work we're supposed to do. But first, gotta go to the pump station, check the pond, and make sure that the pond's draining like it's supposed to. All right, we have accomplished exactly what I wanted to do. Pump this pond all the way empty. That way it can dry up, because we've got a spot over here that is thin, that from the bowl holes it started to wash out. We need to fix that. We're also gonna dig this pond a lot bigger to help slow the flow of the water. The reason we wanna slow the flow of the water is so that we can help the sediment settle before they get to the pump system. So this pond is going to be basically 2-chambered. We're going to have a chamber here, chamber over there, and it looks like we still got water draining in. I'm going to make sure my head gate's shut off really good, and hopefully this will drain all the way out, and I can dig it back and make it deeper, and hopefully we'll pull some of this silt up. We'll take out these are Russian olive trees that have come in. Once it dries out, because it broke and it bled into the field over there and it made a big mess. Let that dry for a few days, dig this all back, make it bigger, better, cleaner, and hopefully have less sediment enter our system, just to help make the sprinklers last longer, make the pumps last longer, make the whole system just have better longevity and less dirty birds. So now we're going to get in the backhoe. We got work to do.